everyone, Maya here from MaiStoryBook, and welcome back to our Book a Day series. Today is Thursday, so we are on Book 4. And today we are celebrating Poetry Month because April's the month of poetry. My friends, do you know what a poem is? Some of you might have heard some rhyming poems. A lot of poems rhyme, which means they have words that sound the same. A poem is kind of like writing that's a mix between a story and a song. The writing has a rhythm when you read it. It has a nice rhythm. Sometimes it's broken up into chunks of different lines called stanzas. And like we mentioned, sometimes it does rhyme. But it's another way of writing, and in April we like to celebrate poetry and learn and read about all sorts of different poems. So today's read aloud is like a long poem and a story, so like a story and a song combined with a really nice rhythm, some beautiful imagery. This poem is going to help us imagine some really beautiful pictures along with the beautiful pictures already in the book, and it's going to have a wonderful message for us too, a main theme and idea. Now you might have noticed some different things in our studio today. This, my friends, is an orchid. So if I take it down, you can see more of the flowers. But an orchid is this plant that has these beautiful flowers that grow at the top. And in this story, the reason why I have a whole bunch of different things in the background in this poem story, there's going to be this girl, and she has this kind of magical dress that whenever she walks around and goes through her life, her dress kind of collects whatever patterns she's around. So she's walking through flowers one day, her dress becomes all flowery, kind of like this one. But then what's magical is the very next day, the dress is white again and ready for new memories of a new day. It's kind of a way to show different memories this girl has of her childhood. So I have some flowers in the background. There's some other things about nature, some seashells. She has spent some time at the beach. This beautiful shell was given to me by a friend. And look at that, it's got this blue inside. And my friends, did you know that sometimes if you put seashells to your ear, you can kind of hear the ocean? Have you ever done that before? Pretty cool. You should try it if you have a seashell around. And this special necklace is kind of like a lei, except it lasts forever. And I actually got this when I graduated from college. So college is school that grown-ups go to after high school. So some of these things are memories of my own. Well, today in our story, we're going to take a look and listen to some different ways they share about memories, and maybe you have some of these same experiences as our character here. Are you ready to get started? Let's begin. The title of today's featured read aloud is A Story About Afiya, written by James Barry and illustrated by Anna Cunha. And this book was published by my friends over at Lantana Publishing, and I'm really grateful for them for publishing such beautiful stories and poems. So taking a look at this cover here, my friends, what do you notice? Yeah, I see this little girl, and she's wearing this white dress, kind of how we talked about her magical white dress. There's some flowers on it. There's some animals in the sky around her. They are birds. How many birds do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4 birds. And how does this little girl feel on the cover? Yeah, what makes you think that? You can kind of look at her expression, right? The look on her face. She looks kind of peaceful to me. That's a word I would use. Very calm, peaceful, happy, relaxed because her eyes are closed. She has a little smile on her face. Her arms are up in the air like she's dancing. My friends, can you put your arms up in the air like her, like you're dancing? Maybe wave them gently. Very cool. And I'm thinking that this girl is named Afiya because that's what the title of our story is, a story about Afiya. This must be her. And since we mentioned that this dress stores memories, it shows memories, I see these flowers. What memory do you think might go with all these beautiful flowers? What might she have been doing that day? Maybe walking through flower fields? That's a great idea. Okay, well, are you ready to start this beautiful poem story read aloud? Okay, let's get started. For our title page, my friends, I wanted to show you these end papers as well. Look at this beautiful landscape. So landscape is another word for the background or the scenery. Look at those nice colors, and what do you see going on in this landscape? Yeah, I see some animals. There's some deer running. I see some houses. What is this, my friends? Do you know what this is? It's like a clothing line, right? Some people hang their clothes on this line to dry. And I also see some other animals here. They are fish, some butterflies. Wow. I'm thinking that this must be the setting of the story where the story takes place. Well, here's our title page. It has the title of our book, A Story About Afiya. So Afiya is a Swahili name, and Swahili is a language that's spoken in a country in Africa, and it means health. And it is pronounced Afiya. Can you say that? Afiya. Nice. So Afiya means health. My friends, does your name mean anything? Wow. I know names sometimes have meanings. My name is Maya, and I know that Maya can mean water in some languages. And down here, it actually has who published the book, Lanterna Publishing. All right. Afiya has fine black skin that shows off her white clothes and big brown eyes that laugh and long limbs that play. So this part of our poem is describing Afiya. So what are some characteristics that Afiya has? So how could you describe her? Yeah, she has black skin that's dark and shows off her white dress and brown eyes and limbs that play. And here she is, my friends. In this picture, does this mean that there are 3 Afiyas? No, this is just showing how she dances and how she moves, so you can see the different movements she made. It's a way that the illustrator shows movement, right? Because pictures don't really move. That's pretty cool. She has a white summer frock. So frock is like a dress. She wears and washes every night, but every day picks on something to collect, strangely. So it sounds like she washes this white dress every night because every day it picks up something. Something gets stuck on her dress, strangely. So they're saying that's not usual, right? If you wear around a white dress, does it all of a sudden have all these different patterns sticking to it? No. So it's kind of strange. And what do you notice about where Afiya lives? She doesn't live in a city, right? We've been reading a lot about cities. It's kind of like the opposite of a city, right? Looks like she lives where it's more isolated and there's lots of nature out, not a lot of people or tall buildings. Ooh, do you know what kind of flowers these are? Sunflowers, one of my favorites. Afiya passes sunflowers and finds the yellow fringed black faces there, imprinted on her frock all over. So imprinted means stuck onto her dress. And did you hear how they describe the sunflowers, my friends? That's something really cool about poetry is they use really descriptive language. They say yellow fringed black faces. So they're calling the inside of the sunflower the black face, and it's surrounded by yellow fringe, these yellow petals. Fringe is what you kind of find on the outline of something on the edges. What a beautiful way to describe a sunflower. My friends, how would you describe a sunflower to someone? How would you say it looks like? That's a cool description. So she passes these sunflowers and all of a sudden they are on her dress. And now there's not sunflowers, but what's going on now? She has something new on her dress, right? These beautiful red flowers it looks like, because now where is she walking through? Some bushes or maybe like a forest. Another time, she passes red roses. So they're roses. And there the clustered bunches are imprinted on her frock. So again, imprinted or stuck onto her dress. So whatever she does throughout the day, her dress kind of shows what she's been doing. What's going to get imprinted on her dress now, my friends? These look like butterflies. She walks through high grass and sees butterflies in all kinds of slender stalks, so tall, thin stems and petals pattern on her back and front and are still there after she has washed her dress. So this time she walked through beautiful fields, and all of those beautiful things there, the flowers, the butterflies, got onto her dress, and they stayed there even after she washed it. My friends, if you were to look around where you're sitting right now, what is something that might get imprinted onto your clothes? Something in your surroundings that might stick and make a pattern to your clothes? That would be an interesting pattern. Maybe you should draw it. That'd be really cool to see. You could be like a fashion designer. Afiya stands. She watches the sharp pictures in color, untouched by her wash. So look, here she's standing with her hands on her hips. Here's her dress. And is it white anymore? You know, it has all those beautiful colors from the fields and the butterflies. Yet, next morning, every day, the dress is cleared and ready, hanging white as new paper. So white as new paper. What a great description, my friends, because when you think of a new piece of paper, what color do you think of? Plain, bright white. So her dress didn't get clean after washing it, but in the morning, what color is it again? A beautiful, bright white, right? Kind of like magic. And here it is over here, blowing in the wind. And looking again at our setting here, my friends, were we right that she doesn't live in a city, huh? No. Actually, do you see any other houses around? Not yet. There's her house. And there might be some other houses around, but they're not very close to hers, right? They're probably farther away because I don't even see any in this picture. And if I've noticed that in all the other illustrations, there weren't many other buildings around, right? It was just her in nature. Then, pigeons fly up before her and decorate her dress with their flight and group design. Look at this cool pattern made out of birds, my friends. White pigeons. Are there any birds around where you live? Birds that fly around? Yeah? What kind of birds? Do you know? If you don't know, maybe what do they look like? Can you imagine a pattern of all those birds on your clothes? Would you like that outfit or not? Oh my goodness, and now look what's on her dress. Where might you see animals like this? You could see them in the wild, but you could also see them in a zoo. Afiya goes to the zoo. She comes back with 2 tigers together on her back and on her front. So she must have seen 2 tigers at the zoo. But what other animals did she probably see at the zoo? So elephants, giraffes, zebras, rhinos. Do you know what this one is? A sloth. So sloths are very slow, sleepy animals. And this looks like a monkey. My friends, if you went to the zoo and you could have any animal make a pattern on your clothes, what animal would you have? Yeah, you would pick your favorite animal, right? Because then that would be a good memory to remember. Oh, and where is she right now, my friends? What's the setting in this picture? Yeah, it looks like she's at the beach, and I see the sunset over here, the water, the shore, some palm trees. Yeah, have you seen palm trees before? These very tall trunks and leaves at the top. I live near the beach, so I see a lot of palm trees around. And what animal is in the water? There's a lot of little fishies, and it looks like they are going to imprint onto her dress. She goes to the seaside. She comes home with fishes under ruffled waves and the whole stretch of sea imprinted on her dress. So there's that word again, imprinted, stuck to her dress. My friends, can you try saying that word, imprinted? Imprinted, that's a good word to learn. Great vocabulary. Ooh, what do these look like? They look like rocks, maybe, kind of rainbow colorful rocks. And I kind of like the pattern they make on her dress though, like polka dots. She walks between round and towered boulders and takes them away, pictured on her. So instead of the word imprinted, now we're using the word pictured on her. So pictured on her means that you can see them on her. Look at these beautiful boulders. They call them towered boulders, meaning they're so tall they tower over you like a very tall tower. My friends, have you ever seen very, very big rocks before, bigger than you? We call those very big rocks boulders. Can you say boulders? Boulders means a very big rock, and usually boulders can be bigger than you. Well, as always, Afiya is amazed, just like when she comes home and finds herself covered with windswept leaves of October falling. So what month is it right now? October, and October is the season of fall when all the leaves fall from the tree. My friends, do you see that tree with none of its leaves left? Yeah, right outside the window. And it looks to me like all the leaves were on Afiya's dress, got imprinted on her dress, were pictured there. So it says Afiya is so amazed about what she sees on her dress when she looks down. She gets to look down and see a reminder of all the adventures she went on for that day, but she always seems a little surprised that they stuck with her. But her feeling of amazement makes me think that she is very grateful for her beautiful life that she gets to live and explore in the outdoors. And she appreciates the nature she's surrounded by. And her beautiful white dress is a reminder and a reflection of all those beautiful memories and adventures she gets to have each day. The end. Oh, and look at this end page, my friends. I'm going to move this part of the sleeve of the book. And you can see here, what do you see in this picture? Yeah, I see she's sleeping and there's her dress. And did it still have all the leaves? No, right? Because at nighttime it magically gets cleaned and it's back to wet. But what happened to the leaves? They're on this tree, and is there really a tree growing out of her bed though? Not for real. This probably stands for something. What do you think this means, this picture? There's not actually a tree. What do you think the illustrator is trying to say with this picture? Wow, those are some good ideas, my friends. Yeah, maybe they're showing that Afiya is dreaming about the tree, or that she really appreciates this tree, or maybe that this tree and all of its beautiful leaves will stay alive in Afiya's memories and dreams forever. That's a beautiful thought, my friends, because it makes me think that all of the beautiful things I see and the things that I do and the people I appreciate and love, that even if I don't see them or even if they're not around, they will always stay alive in my heart and in my dreams and in my memories. The end. What a sweet poem story, my friends. My friends, I loved it. It was short and sweet with some beautiful language, some gorgeous pictures, and really had me appreciating and thinking about what things I do throughout the day and what some of my special memories are of my own childhood or my own life right now. It seems like what was really important to Afiya was all those memories of the beautiful earth around her. This is kind of like another read aloud for the celebration of Earth Day in April too, so Poetry Month and Earth Day in one. My friends, what was your favorite part of this book or favorite page? Yeah, it's hard to pick just one, right? There are so many beautiful ones. I really liked the one with the fish that were swimming onto your dress and the one with the birds, the pigeons flying. Well, since this story was about memories, my friends, I want you to think of what is one special memory that you have. If you don't mind, I'd love to hear it. Would you like to share? Go ahead. What a special memory. And I want you to think, if you were to create a picture of that memory and make a pattern of it onto a dress or a shirt, kind of like how Afiya, remember when she had the rocks, they had those little like polka dot patterns. When she went through the flowers, she had a rose pattern. Or when she went to the beach, she had a fish pattern. What pattern would you put on your outfit that shows your memory, that kind of symbolizes your memory? Wow, sounds like a beautiful pattern and a very beautiful memory. One special memory of mine is maybe my first day of teaching last year with my first grade class. That was my very first day, and I would probably put maybe like a bunch of rainbow handprints reminding me of all the kids, maybe even a bunch of crayons because we loved to color. All right, friends, so we are coming to the end of today's interactive read aloud, but I will see you again tomorrow for the last Book a Day series read aloud of this week. But don't you worry, because I have plenty of read alouds to share with you in the upcoming weeks too. Well, until next time though, my friends, I hope again that you are staying safe and healthy. You are finding some fun learning things to do at home. You can watch more of my storybooks interactive read aloud videos and let me know which ones you like. Maybe, my friends, draw a picture of you in your special memory outfit. I would love to see them if you would like to do that. To draw a picture of you in your special memory outfit, please share with me. You can share with me on Instagram at MaiStoryBook on Facebook, on the blog, email me. All the social media links can be found below. And of course, please subscribe to my storybook to keep up with all of our reading adventures. And if you like this video, then I know that you enjoyed this story and are looking forward to some more reading adventures. Okay, friends, well, now it's time to say goodbye for today. So, until next time, happy reading.